Hey guys, this is Jerry Kirksey with Bensberg Technologies, and I visited with you guys today and wanted to present you with some options. One thing that we noticed, there's two factors that we took into account. One was that the neighborhood that you guys are in is steadily declining, and there's a lot of things going on around you that I believe require a good security plan for your church. And the other thing I noticed is that a lot of the security systems there are a little bit of anemic, including there's no outside cameras, and that the alarm system isn't being monitored, and also the systems that are there are, for the most part, seem to be unreliable. And so I want to kind of present you with an option forward to give you more of a top tier level of security for the church there. The first thing I want to show you is the outside camera plan. So we've got 7 cameras that we'd like to propose for the outside of the church there. We've got coverage of just about every critical area, including the condensing units for the HVAC systems, which not only protects you from anyone stealing copper, but it also gives you an insurance premium reduction. They will give you a discount for having a camera on those units, whether that's Church Mutual, whoever you use. But you can see that we've got the parking lot under the courtyard area, including the drive-through here, covered with number 1. Then number 2 picks up from there and creates coverage of not just the main parking area, but also the storage here and part of the playground. And then number 3 picks up the rest of the playground and extends all the way down the side of the building, where someone would be a little bit more prone to enter the church. And then number 4 here is covering our back area, our back lawn area. And then number 5 is covering all of the entry points, which to me, this is the weakest area of the church. There is over here covering by number 6, there's a door as well that is down the little stairwell there. But I think here that number 5 is covering is probably the point where you would receive a break-in if it ever happened. There's a lot of points of entry, and it's kind of tucked away and hidden back here. And so number 5, I think, is a critical position. Number 7 is in this little alcove here where there's a lot of the condensing units. And number 4 is covering condensing units, and number 7 is covering condensing units. Like I said, then number 6 here is covering down the side and that little stairwell there. I can show you in the photos here. Let me get all the way. Let me start over here on the back side. So here on the back side, we've got like we were talking about, the 2 cameras, one facing this, let's see, here we go. One facing this, the condensing units in this doorway here from right here that's covering all of that. And then another one that's covering this area over here. There's entry here. We won't be able to see it because of the awning, but we'll see all around it from this vantage point. We're able to see all around it, so no one will be able to enter that. But we're also catching this condensing unit here. And then we're able to see these 2 doors here as well from that point. The camera here beside right just behind the light pole here, kind of just below the electrical, is a great vantage point to see all of the protect all of your units here. And then, like I said, we've got the doorway here and stairwell that this camera mounted right here will be able to see all of this, including your windows and everything. The other cameras are, oh, by the way, so having these signs, if anybody's in the know, they're going to know that you're not monitored, since Guardian Security has stopped monitoring their alarm systems. And so that's kind of, so we would love to replace that with a nice Binsburg security sign. Then there's our parking lot that we're covering, and then this, we've got to cover this area here really well. So we've got cameras that are covering just about every area. And this camera right here that's covering the parking lot, it's actually not seeing much of the doorway here. And I'll tell you why, is because we want to do what's called an AccuVox system. So right now you've got a Viking IP intercom, which is a little bit volatile. And then you've got a keypad for access control to enter. So what we want to do is replace both of those. AccuVox makes a pretty inexpensive all-in-one unit. It's not just a door phone or intercom system and a card reader, but it also has a high-definition camera built into it. So in combination with the inside monitor, what you're actually with a combination of the inside monitor, you're actually able to press the doorbell, the monitor comes on, you see the person right up in their face, and you're able to have a conversation with them if you choose to. And you're also able to unlock the door from that screen, that touch screen, if you choose to. And so you gives whoever's in the office complete control without ever getting up out of their chair, which is adds a great level of security to people that are working in the office there. All right, so let's go through the estimate that we're going to send along. First, you see the 7 outside cameras, followed by the 8 indoor dome cameras. And I'll tell you, we're doing bullets on the outside. The reason we do that, there's nothing really technical about it. The reason that we do bullet cameras is because they're very noticeable. And on the outside, that's what you want. You want people to see the cameras as they're driving past. And that's what I do as a security integrator. When I drive past commercial buildings, I look for the cameras because I want to know if I can sell some cameras. So, but I'm not the only one. There's also people that are scanning for outside cameras on the building to see how susceptible it would be to breaking and entering. So bullets are nice on the outside. On the inside, it's the opposite. We want aesthetically pleasing, so we go with a dome camera, which is a glassed over camera that is ceiling mounted. And so those are a lot less conspicuous and a lot more pleasing aesthetically. So we've got 8 of those on the inside. Then you see our AccuVox slim door phone, intercom with the proximity card reader and the camera. And you see the indoor monitor, touchscreen monitor. And then there's the switches that connect it all, network switches that connect it all. And then you see our 16-channel NVR. So that's our network video recorder. It has 2 hard drive bays, and it'll hold up to 10 terabytes per hard drive. We're going to give you one 10 terabyte hard drive because that'll give you a month of recorded footage. And but you could go up to 20 terabytes, which is a crazy amount of storage. But we've got the key fob. So you can do keypad where you enter in a combination. You can do a card, proximity card, or you can do what's called a key fob, and it actually just attaches to your key ring. And we love these more than the cards or trying to do combination codes because you usually have your keys with you. You just got out of your car and you can just walk up and touch it to the AccuVox door phone and it unlocks the mag lock. And then we want to replace your alarm battery. The next of this is going to be your alarm system. We want to get the alarm system online because that is your first line of defense. When no one is there, the cameras won't tell you that someone broke in, but the alarm system will. The alarm system, not only the siren part of the alarm system going off, but it also having the monitoring activated so that it's actually calling out to the authorities, to the monitoring station who handles all that for you. That happens 24/7. So we replace the alarm battery first because it's supposed to be replaced every 2 to 5 years, and so we want to make sure that it's fresh. and then we want to make any repairs to the system that are needed. And that's not on here because that's just part of it. We want it to be completely healthy. The next thing you see is the TailGuard TG4 communicator. This is a cellular communicator that operates on AT&T or Verizon. But this alarm communicator is what, when your alarm goes off, it's what calls the authorities. And the reason that it's cellular is because that makes it uninterruptible. It doesn't matter if the electricity is off. It doesn't matter if the phone line is down. It calls, or the network, it calls out anyway. And then we've got the $48 per month alarm monitoring. The first month is factored into your first invoice, and then we've got the setup fee that the alarm company charges us, the monitoring company that we pass on, and then we've got materials and labor, and so that all comes out to $87.41.80 after tax. And so I believe that this is very, very much worth what you're going to spend to be able to get a top tier security system, be covered in those three areas with the alarm, the cameras, and the access control, all secure, all dependable. And so just let me know if this is the route you want to go. We can break this up, but I really put a lot of stock into these particular items. We found them very dependable, and we found everything that we put in here to be very easy to use and to provide the top level. So also, I want to make you aware, as I'm closing up here, I want to make you aware that we do have a service contract that we do for audiovisual systems. It's called Church Keeper. And what we do is we manage all of the technology systems in the church for $99 a month. And basically that just prevents you from having any surprises on a Sunday morning. And we if there's anything wrong in materials with cables, connectors, things like that, we fix it at no charge. Anything that we find wrong, if there's a piece of equipment that is out, then we only charge you for the equipment itself on your approval, and we don't charge for the installation or anything like that, any labor. So if that's something that interests you too, just give us a call, 870-814-0714. You can contact us directly at office@bensberg.tech. Otherwise, just let us know how we can serve you guys. Thank you.